Well, trick-or-treating, it's a Halloween staple, but for some children with disabilities, it can be inaccessible. One organization is working to fix this one home at a time. Today, we are joined by Rich Padulo, whose daughter sparked this whole movement with one very thoughtful question. Thank you so much for joining us, Rich. First off, tell us how this movement began.
Well, it was 2017, and our daughter and I were putting pumpkins on the stairs to our front door. She looked up, and she saw a little boy using a wheelchair. And she asked the question, how does he trick or treat at our home because of the stairs? We looked up and we saw all the houses on the street had stairs. And that night we made the first sign, which looks a lot like the one you see behind me. It said accessible trick or treating. We planted on the lawn. And that Halloween night, we had hundreds of families come by, ask about the sign. But we had 7 families with children with disabilities that said, nobody's ever done this before. We knew we could come to your home. I've traveled 4 kilometers to be here. And that sparked the movement. And the next year we had about 50 houses in our street. And as of last year, over 250,000 of these signs have been distributed across the country, including in Alberta, where we get so much love and support on social and on Halloween night from homeowners.
Happy to hear that this movement is strong in our neck of the woods. Why do you think this is so important?
So many of us are touched in our lives with disabilities, whether it be a parent, a child, a family member, a friend. And I think this is a chance for people to take action right where they live in their neighborhood. 1 in 10 homes have a child with a disability. And when that happens, it touches so many people, and people just want to be kind. And this is one night of the year where people open their hearts already. So they're opening their doors, they're going to the bottom of their driveway, their stoop, the front of their lawn, and they're setting up a treat station to make it accessible to everybody.
Okay, so you just touched on this, but how can people make their homes accessible for trick-or-treaters? Some people haven't done it in past years. Maybe they want to join this year.
Absolutely. First thing they can do is go get a sign that identifies your home in advance to kids in the area and parents in the area. Plant that sign on the lawn, and you can go to any Pet Value family of stores in the area to go get a free sign. And on Halloween night, treat from your driveway, your garage, at the bottom of your stoop, front of your lawn. That removes 90% of the barriers, includes some non-edible treats. So it's not that different from what you're doing. It's just an adaptation of what you want to do. People put up tents, they bring out heaters, they do a whole bunch of stuff. And when you do that, you'll see your neighbors start to do it as well in next year's, and it creates a sense of community that Halloween is supposed to inspire on us, and you get to talk to everybody. It's wonderful.
For sure. Spread the love on Halloween, absolutely. When you talk to, I know you're talking to parents and how much they appreciate it for their kids, but what do the kids say about it?
Everything about Halloween inspires imagination and joy, and when they're able to connect, I'll tell you one story that a dad shared, that his daughter, who was nonverbal with strangers, spoke, I get choked up, spoke for the first time to a person when saying trick or treat outside their home. So there are millions of things and interactions and stories like that are happening across the country, not only at the Village, one of them in Edmonton, one in St. Albert, and one that created by a mom in Leduc are creating, but Halloween night inspires this for millions of kids. And I mean, we can't change the world forever, but on Halloween night, we can change everything for millions of kids with and without disabilities. And that's what it's all about. And it sparks their imagination. It makes them feel welcome and included.
Rich, thank you so much for sharing that touching story with us. And can you please thank your daughter for asking that simple question as well?
I will. I have one other thing. It inspires so many people. There's a woman who works at Kinder who went to Global and organized that her story be put on every package of Kinder product sold nationally across the country. It's unbelievable how families are supporting this movement at every level. So thank you for sharing this story. That's part of the movement. So thank you, Kim.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rich. For more information, you can visit treataccessibly.com. Corey, off to you.